Good morning. Happy Saturday. Sorry I'm a little late today, y'all. Sorry. We had a took a little bit longer than I expected today to update the sim, but it's all updated. We're all good. We are all good. Yeah, let's jump right into the video. Yo, if you're here on YouTube, we're going to be going over every single MLB game. We're going to be looking at home runs, hits, runs, and RBIs, money line, strikeouts, you name it. Everything we can possibly look at for an early look in the day before lineups are confirmed. And then we're going to talk about where the good plays are. So lock in. Let's get it. The site here on my left side is rudebets.com. You can see the promo actually right here. 25% off your first month if you use code RUDE, R-U-D-E. Number one tool you can use for research. It's the only tool that's giving you probability modeling to actually give you what fair value is for all of these different plays that you're looking at taking. So, yeah, go sign up if you haven't yet. Anyways, if we look at how we did yesterday. If we look at how we did yesterday on the money lines, man, I was watching these games like, holy man, we call out a lot of those. So unfortunately, lost on the Twins, lost on the Tigers. Rays, we did have them winning, but there wasn't much value. Didn't take anything on the Yankees. We took the Guardians. We got so unlucky on the Royals, man. A walk-off homer. They're up 2 in the 10th inning, and they lose that game. We did say the Reds were gonna upset the Mets. That was a good value play. They did. We said Blue Jays were gonna win. They did. We said Angels would upset the Phillies. That was a good underdog play. They did. Padres, we had them winning. Nothing really there. White Sox, we said were an upset. So we had 1, 2, 3 big upsets that we called on the slate. So if you took any of those, pretty awesome there. On this right side here, I'm using Be Better. It's just an odd screener. But yeah, let's jump into these games for today, man. Let's start looking and see what we can find. First game of the day is Jays Giants. So, I mean, I don't love this game. Early game, first game of the day. Pretty good pitching. Eric Lauer going up against Logan Webb. Probably going to be a pretty low-scoring game. We do have minus 119 in favor of the Blue Jays, so there is a little bit of value on the Blue Jays on the money line today if you want to fade Logan Webb. But ultimately, I'm not a huge fan of this one. Yeah, I just don't love it, if we're being completely honest. If we look at these pitch mixes for the batters, too. 2-1, 4-1, 2-2, 1-2, 0. Yikes. 2-4, 3-3, 5-4, nothing, 4-0. There's not a ton here for props. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. What's the total over-under in this game? Let's just check real quick. Over-under in this game is 8.5. The under in this one, I mean, minus 140. I feel like that's kind of worth taking, honestly. Yeah, really only thing in this game is kind of looking like the under in this one. If we look at strikeouts, maybe Logan Webb over 4.5 at minus 158. You could take that. Eric Lauer over 4.5 as well. I think either of these two guys over 4.5 strikeouts is not a bad line. I don't hate those lines. I really don't. But yeah, that's kind of about it. This game is going to be probably a pitcher's duel. Don't expect a lot of runs. Game 2, Royals, Marlins. I mean, I just talked about it, but Kyle Stowers with the walk-off dinger, like, oops. I could not believe my eyes when I was watching that game and I saw the Royals go up 2. I was like, okay, cool. We're going to win this bet. Right here. 2-run double line to right, 7-5, top of the 10th. Going up against the Marlins. I had no concerns. And then this happens, man. And then this happens. Oh, and he doesn't even catch it, bro. Hold on a second here. Look at this kid right here in the middle of the screen. Ball hits him in the glove, and he drops it. But anyway, yeah. Today, I do think the Royals bounce back. Minus 124. I mean, I think it's worth taking again. Walker going up against Cal Quantrill. I just don't see how the Royals lose 2 in a row to the Marlins here. I'd be surprised. I would be surprised if we're being real. So, Royals at minus 124 here on FanDuel, not a bad line. Pitch mix-wise, Jonathan India looks decent. Bobby Witt and Maikel Garcia look decent. I think Bobby Witt for 2 hits, runs, and RBIs is not bad. If we click on his name, if you click on anybody's name on this site, by the way, you can scroll down. There's a lot of information on here, like pitch mix and then historical data. But at the bottom are all the probabilities. So if you want to see what the probability is for all these different projections, like hits, runs, and RBIs, Take that up to 1.5 if that's what the line is, and you can see minus 234. So let's go to batter, hits, runs, and RBIs here, and let's see what the value is on Bobby Witt, just as an example. So his 1.5 line is, well, they don't really have one. You can't find it. His 2.5 line, though, plus 127. It's currently sitting at plus 122. So the book seems to agree with me on Bobby Witt here. But if you can find him at 1.5, he is good up to minus 230 on that line. So maybe for a 2-leg or something like that. A snack pack, as I call those now. So could be decent. But yeah, that's another good thing is if you're using an odds screener like Be Better, which is free, you use this site for the probabilities, and you can quickly see what the probabilities are for various lines. So I like Bobby Witt today if you can get him at 1.5. It's kind of it for the Royals. On the other side, I don't think Stowers hits another home run. I think he finally cools off, but he could be a decent option today for hits or hits, runs, and RBIs. Kyle Stowers here is sitting at 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, minus 110. I don't think that's a bad line at all. So, yeah, I do think the Royals win this game. That's kind of where I probably will end up focusing, avoiding player props, just going Royals on the money line. Game 3, Reds-Mets. We did call the Reds yesterday as an upset. Today, I think the Mets win this one. I do think the Mets win this one, but at minus 160, minus 180, they're just not worth it. And then maybe at plus 150, I don't think the Reds are really worth it there, but yeah, at minus 180, there's just no value in the Mets. Martinez going up against Clay Holmes. If we look at these pitch mixes for the Reds, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. A lot of mid if we're being honest here. Let's look at Ellie real quick. 2.2 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's hitting 307 versus righties. Pitch mix-wise, though, he's good against the fastball. He's average against a slider, average against a changeup. Yeah, overall, pretty neutral matchup. The only thing he's really excelling at here is that fastball. So Ellie's okay today for maybe a hit or hits, runs, and RBIs, but he doesn't really jump off the page. I do think there will be better options on the board. On the other side, Juan Soto looks great today. I like Juan Soto a lot. Same with Pete Alonso. Both of these guys look really good today. If we look at their home run odds, though, first of all, what is Nimmo doing at plus 330? Someone tell me, what is Nimmo doing at plus 330 for a home run? That's bonkers. Soto at plus 285. Jeez. Yeah, so these guys are all, this is a negative expected value home run game. I would say that Soto is probably the best option here, 18% chance, but that's negative expected value. That's a lot. Like if we go, let's go to the site real quick. Let's pull up the edge calculator, and let's just look at this. 456 is my odds. 285 is the books. Juan Soto's negative 8% expected value. So this is another thing. If you guys sign up for rudebets.com, you get access to this edge calculator. And then what's really nice about this is if you don't know how much to put on something, say you have like $1,000 bankroll, you put in your bankroll here. I would always click Quarter Kelly. As you can see, it says recommended, and it'll tell you $0. So it would say you don't put anything on this one. But we'll use this when we find a positive expected value play, and I'll show you what that looks like. Game 4, Angels-Phillies. Angels-Phillies here. So we do have the Angels with a slight lead to win this game. They did win yesterday as well. That could be a decent option here at plus 124, although I don't know that I would really count on them winning 2 against the Phillies here. Kikuchi going up against Taijuan Walker. I mean, this is a definite, the pitching advantage is to the Angels here. Kikuchi's much better than Taijuan Walker. He just is. But if we look at home runs here, Mike Trout, 22%, 355. Mike Trout's current odds are sitting at plus 250. Once again, not great value. 355 versus 250. Negative 7%. So it is negative EV for Mike Trout. Not great. Zach Neto, he low on the pitch mix. A lot of these guys are low on the pitch mix. Joe Adell, what's Joe Adell sitting at here? Joe Adell at 340. Negative expected value on the home run. His pitch mix is the highest in this game, though. So Joe Adell could be a decent option if you need one. But Trout's the most likely to hit a home run here. These pitch mixes aren't that outstanding. I think Schonnel or Neto maybe for a hit could be good with these batting averages, both projected over a hit here. Or hits, runs, and RBIs. They could be an okay look. But yeah, overall, nothing crazy on this side. Soler for a home run, not great. Yeah, I'd say Adele or Trout would be the home run picks here, but they're both negative expected value. On the other side, Schwarber. Let's look at Kyle Schwarber, plus 255. So here's a positive expected value play, right? So 186 versus 255. So 7% expected value on a Schwarber home run today, right? So if you had a $1,000 bankroll, let's say put $19 on that leg or on him hitting a home run today, right? So this is just a good example of how it can show you what you'd win. So $70, 19 to pay 70. Based on the edge, it'll tell you exactly what that bet size should be. So there's a 7% expected value on a Schwarber home run today. I do like that leg. Outside of that, though, there's nobody else that looks that good against Kikuchi. The reason Schwarber's probability is so high, 2.36 total bases per hit versus lefties, 14 home runs and 125 at-bats. Over 10% of his at-bats versus a lefty result in a home run. He's over 3 versus Kikuchi with 2 strikeouts. I don't really care. He does strike out a ton versus lefties, though, 30% of the time. But yeah, Schwarber does look pretty good today for a home run again. We liked him a lot yesterday. He was at 38%. Today he's at 35%. Looks pretty good. Game 5, White Sox Pirates. We have the White Sox as a heavy favorite here today. Yeah, I mean, White Sox is a dog. I think today you run it back. Adrian Hauser has been outstanding this year. Mike Burrows has been all right, but Adrian Hauser has been really good. Really, really good. So the pitching matchup is definitely in favor of the White Sox today. I don't know how they're an underdog, honestly. I'm surprised they're not even like a slight favorite. This line should be flipped, in my opinion, at a minimum. Maybe I have the White Sox overvalued here, but I think they should still be a favorite. So I do like the White Sox on the money line today again to win that game, just like we said yesterday. But today they actually are a favorite in the model too. If you look at pitch mixes, Talkman looks pretty solid today for hits, runs, and RBIs. Benintendi, he's okay. Lane Sosa is okay. I wouldn't really dive too deep into taking White Sox batters. Don't really want to focus on it. I just don't think that there's much value in taking them because they're so inconsistent. But as a collective, they actually match up pretty solid here. A lot of 4s, which are mid, and then some 5s and a 6. On the other side, though, against Hauser, 0-1, 0-2, 1-0, 0-1-1. Nobody matches up well against Hauser. So as long as Hauser's in the game and as long as the White Sox bullpen doesn't just completely blow the game, White Sox on the money line is not a bad play today. But that's probably the only thing I'd even be interested in this game. Let's look at the total real quick. 8.5 is too high. I'd go under. 8.5 is too high. So, yeah, I mean, White Sox on the money line back-to-back days. Not a terrible option. Game 6, Padres Nationals. Game 6, Padres Nationals. We have the Padres as a slight favorite here. They're a heavy favorite. Nats as an underdog. Honestly, Nats at plus 120. They're ice cold right now. I don't know that I would do that. Let's look at the total real quick first. Over 9.5 at plus money also. So I think you could kind of take your pick there. Either you go the over or you go Nationals. Both are about the same price. Both are about similar value. I'd probably feel more comfortable just taking the over. But, yeah. Overall, this game, I mean, the Nats could win this one, and their pitch mixes actually do look pretty good. There aren't that many home run options here outside of Manny Machado. Let's look at Manny Machado to hit a home run. We have him at fair value of plus 245. He's currently sitting at plus 330. So if we go once again to the edge calculator, 330, 5% value on Manny Machado to hit a home run today. That's not terrible. Quarter Kelly size, I would say $14 if you're taking that as a straight. You can also add legs to this, right? So if we have that 186 and that 255 for Schwarber, so now we're at a 2-leg. On this parlay, we have a 3.58% edge. It says you put $8 on it to win 136. So we'll keep this up here, and we'll add another leg to this and see what that ends up being overall. But yeah, Manny Machado for a home run today isn't terrible. It really isn't that bad. I know he hit one yesterday, but he's really good against lefties. If we look at his splits here, 2.13 total bases per hit. He's got a home run in this matchup. It's actually his only hit against Mitchell Parker, but a home run in 10% of his at-bats. Pitch mix-wise, 6.37, favorable. Does well against the fastball, does very well against the curveball, and then he's bad against the splitter. But, yeah, Machado looks pretty solid there. On the other side, James Wood looks really good today for like a hit or hits, runs, and RBIs. Luis Garcia, CJ Abrams, very similar. None of these guys look good for home runs. Yu Darvish hasn't given one up yet since he returned, so I wouldn't really count on Yu Darvish giving up a home run yet, but they do look good on the other side for like hits, runs, and RBIs, especially if this is a high-scoring game like we anticipate it to be. So I think any of these guys in the top 3 you could take for hits, runs, and RBIs, James Wood being the number 1 with this 8.34 pitch mix rating. Game 7, Orioles-Rays. We lean to the Rays here, 58% chance. If you look at the money line, Rays are minus 126. I think there's good value in taking the Rays to win this game. You got Littell going up against Dean Kremer. Kremer's actually been okay recently. Littell's been pretty bad, gives up a lot of homers. You'll notice a lot of these guys have inflated home run probabilities on the Orioles today. We could add one of them into this edge calculator and see what that would look like for a parlay. But, for example, Jordan Westburg sitting at plus 233. I do like Jordan Westburg today. Let's say 400 and 233. Oops. 233 on my side and 400 on the book side. So now you have a 1.73% edge on this parlay, right? Now, this is exactly how you can craft good positive expected value parlays using the model right here. These are the three legs that we have with the Rude Bets odds, and these are the three legs with the book odds that you get for each of them. Boom. 1.73% edge tells you to put $4.33 to win 330.08 for that Machado, Schwarber, Jordan Westburg home run parlay, right? So, pretty good. Let's take him out. I want to put Buxton in there as that third leg, but Ryan O'Hearn, also on the 1-to-1,000 slip, looks pretty good today. 22% chance. Ramon Laureano, 26% chance. Colton Cowser, 27% chance. So a lot of these guys have really good chances to go deep today. I do like multiple options on the Orioles, and I'll probably end up taking probably around 3 home run slips today, and I'll spread some of these guys across with O'Hearn, Cowser, maybe a Laureano, and a Westburg, you know what I mean? So on the other side, Brandon Lowe does look pretty good for a home run today. His odds are sitting at plus 330, though, so he is slight negative expected value. Not a ton. You can get him at 340, so he's like a 1% negative expected value, if that. So he's not bad today. Junior Caminero, he is 330. So I don't love the value on Caminero today, but he is the second highest probability at 20%. The value for home runs is definitely on the Orioles today. But the Rays on the money line do look pretty good. We got some options here for home runs if you want to take slight negative expected value. Aranda looks good today for hits, runs, and RBIs. I do like Jonathan Aranda overall as a hitter. 5.11 on the pitch mix, 321 batting average, 2.12 expected hits, runs, and RBIs. You could take Diaz or Lowe for hits, runs, and RBIs as well. But, yeah. And then Mangum also looks pretty good for hits, runs, and RBIs with a 7.18 pitch mix, 329 batting average. Mangum could be a sneaky good option, too. Game 8, Tigers-Rangers. We have, let's go ahead and Tigers-Rangers here. Let's go to the money line. We have the Tigers, minus 175. They somehow lost yesterday. Didn't put up a single run. Not the start you expected from them. Not at all the start you were expecting from them. Keter Montero going up against Kumar Rocker. I think there's some value on the Tigers today as an underdog at plus 100. I don't mind that play, running them back, hoping they can bounce back here. Matchup-wise, Colt Keith looks good. Gleyber Torres looks good. Wenceel Perez is not great with the batting average being pretty low. Riley Green looks great. I do like Riley Green for a home run. That's one we can put. 245, and his odds for a home run today to hit a home run. Riley Green, 350. So, once again, now it gets us to that 1.48% expected value on this parlay. $3.70 recommended bet to win $254, right? So, that's if you have a $1,000 bankroll. If you have a $10,000 bankroll, it's $37, right? You can adjust that as you please. And if you have a small bankroll, say it's like $100 and you don't mind having to reload if things lose, you can go full Kelly or whatever and make that an increased bet size. It would tell you to put about 1.48% because obviously your edge is 1.48% of your bankroll. So yeah. So that's how you can craft parlays with positive expected value using rudebets.com. Once you sign up, simulation tools, edge calculator, and that's how you get to this page. But yeah, let's keep going here. I'm going to go back to the single screen. Make this a little bigger. McKinstry looks okay. Torkelson, I mean, a lot of these guys in the Tigers have good pitch mixes, which makes me think that their money line at plus 100 is even better value. On the other side, not great pitch mixes against Keter Montero, honestly. Corey Seager looks all right. His home run odds are not good, though, at plus 300, but Corey Seager, maybe for hits, runs, and RBIs, is okay. Adolis Garcia, terrible. Semien, terrible. Yeah. Not many good options today on the Rangers. So Tigers money line That makes me a little bit more confident in that play, honestly. Game 9, Oakland versus Cleveland. 60% chance that the Guardians win this one. We had them yesterday. They won easily. Today they are sitting at minus 136. Yeah, so another good day to take the Guardians. I think the value's fine. Severino versus Logan Allen. Jacob Wilson looks pretty good today. Rooker looks good today. I do like Rooker for a home run, but he has negative expected value. His line's a little cooked, but he's the best option on this team to hit one, and he's red hot, so I don't mind it at a negative expected value play. Kurtz, not a huge fan for a home run, but his pitch mix is okay. His batting average is terrible. I'd fade Kurtz. Same with Max P. Muncy, Gio Urshela. No. So really, it would just be Rooker or Wilson for like hits, runs, and RBIs today, or maybe Rooker for a home run. On the other side, Steven Kwan. I don't think he's going to play. Jose Ramirez, 6.5 isn't bad. 16% chance for a home run. Not really good value, but Jose Ramirez for like hits, runs, and RBIs or to get a hit today is not bad. He's really the only option here. Overall, I don't expect it to be a great game for power. Severino doesn't give up a ton of home runs. Logan Allen gives up a few, but overall, not that great of matchups on offense. So for me, it's just kind of Guardians money line in this one. Maybe Rooker for a home run as well, actually, which I do have on the 1 to 1,000 challenge scrolling at the bottom. So game 10, Yankees Braves. Yankees minus 153 on the money line. On my end, on the book, Yankees are sitting at minus 130. So Yankees to bounce back today is not a bad play, especially going up against Joey Wentz, Will Warren starting for the Yankees. Goldschmidt looks good. Bellinger looks good. Judge is a perfect 10 out of 10 matchup today. Judge to hit a home run, we have him at plus 186. His current line is plus 182, so he's fair value. Judge, 35% chance to go deep. Stanton looks pretty good, 6.67. Jazz looks good, 7.72. A lot of good pitch mixes here for the Yankees. So you kind of take your pick for hits, runs, and RBIs. Belly, Paul, Judge, Stanton. Really, it's a take your pick day. I wouldn't take Jazz. He's just not that good against lefties, but these top four look pretty good. Ben Rice might even get slotted in. I doubt it, but like maybe he does, right? So we'll have to wait and see. On the other side, Acuna looks pretty good here. I do like Acuna overall. 7.89 on the pitch mix, 352 versus righties. Plus 400 for a home run. Not bad for Acuna, honestly. Yeah, plus 400 for Ronald Acuna to hit a home run isn't terrible. I don't hate it. It's slightly positive expected value. Yes, sir, TCAA. Let's get that money today. So, yeah, I like Acuna overall. I think he's probably the only option on the Braves that I would take today, but you could take him for kind of anything. And he looks pretty good. But the Yankees have a ton of options. Their value on the money line is pretty solid, so that's ride. Game 11, Cardinals Diamondbacks. We have Cardinals at minus 106 and Diamondbacks plus 106. Currently, Diamondbacks on the line are actually plus 106, so no value there. Cardinals are minus 124, no value there. So this one, there's nothing. If we look at the lineups here, nobody really matches up that well. Jose Fermin with a really small sample size. I mean, he's got 16 at-bats. Nothing crazy, but he's a perfect 10 out of 10 based on those small sample size. But I wouldn't put any weight into that. So nobody really looks good on the Cardinals. On the other side, on the Diamondbacks, nobody looks really that good either. Not any good home run probabilities. Ryan Nelson versus Sonny Gray. Probably a pitcher's duel. Some runs will somehow be manufactured, but overall, this game is a fade. In my opinion, this game is a fade. There's just not much value in it kind of anywhere. Game 12, Red Sox Cubs. This should be a good one. Cubs minus 127, plus 127 for the Red Sox. There's no value on either side of the money line right now as I look at it because Red Sox are plus 125, Cubs are minus 140, so no value on either side. That being said, 25% home run ballpark factor in Chicago today. Imanaga versus Bello. A lot of good matchups against Imanaga here. Red Sox mash lefties. They just simply mash lefties. Ref Snyder we like today for a home run. Romy Gonzalez we like today for a home run. Bregman, I don't like him for a home run yet, but I do like Bregman for general props. I think Bregman's a good option today for hits, runs, and RBIs. Something like that. Roman Anthony, not good. Nobody else really looks good kind of towards the bottom of the order. But these top three look really good today. Specifically, Ref Snyder for a home run I really like, and Romy Gonzalez I don't mind either. So these two for a home run, Bregman for general props. On the other side, home run wise, kind of negative expected value for the Cubs today. Seiya at plus 400, not great. PCA sitting at plus 360, not great. It's just negative expected value, even though they are the two highest to hit one. Michael Busch, plus 390, not great. I mean, not great. Pitch mixes are okay today, around a 5 for these guys. If you want, you could take any of these 3 for hits, runs, and RBIs. I would probably just stay there, though, for them. But yeah, that's about it. Home runs in this game would be these two. I'm sure the Cubs will hit a home run. It's just their value is not really worth it. So, Game 13, Twins, Rockies. We have another perfect 10 here. Twins heavy favorite on the money line at minus 222 on our end, 69% chance. They're sitting at minus 200 right now. Probably wouldn't take it. You saw what happened yesterday. Yeah. I don't think they lose this game, but it's not worth the minus 200 in my opinion. That being said, we do have a 10 out of 10 here with Byron Buxton. We called him for a home run yesterday. He hit one today. I think he can do it again. He's sitting at plus 215, though, so it is slightly negative expected value at plus 223. But that perfect 10 out of 10 matchup, I do like Buxton for anything today. Larnach, he's a good value today. Trevor Larnach sitting at plus 460. That's a good pick for a home run, in my opinion. That's someone that has value if he's in the 2 spot today, which he might be. But yeah, Larnach could be a good play today at plus 460. I do like that. Willie Castro looks pretty solid today with a 7.24 pitch mix. Wallner, it depends where Wallner is in the lineup. If he gets bumped up, he might have a better shot for a home run today. His probability will go up if he gets slotted in the top of the order. But if he's at the bottom of the order, I don't love him. Same with Jeffers. But a lot of really good pitch mixes today. I think the hits, runs, and RBI side of things for the Twins, they should score a lot of runs. You can kind of have your way with them overall. I do expect them to score a lot of runs today. But Buxton would be the home run play. On the other side here, Freeman, he's all right for hits, runs, and RBIs. Goodman, same thing. Like, they're okay with these batting averages. Jordan Beck, they're okay, but they don't match up that well against Zebby Matthews, so I can't say that I love it. A sneaky play today could be Zebby Matthews over on strikeouts. Zebby Matthews over on strikeouts could be a sneaky play, but really the best one here is definitely Byron Buxton with that 10 out of 10 pitch mix. Game 14, Brewers-Dodgers. We called the Brewers winning last night. They did it. Let's see what they got them at today. I'm on the money line. Let's see what they got them today on the money line. Dodgers minus 138, Brewers plus 118. So not really any value on either side, unfortunately. Freddie Peralta going up against Emmett Sheehan. They don't really match up that well, but Sheehan hasn't pitched much. So really hard to read the Brewers offense in this matchup, just given the small sample size for Emmett Sheehan. Probably going to be another low-scoring game. Yesterday, we had it going way under, and it did. Let's see what the total is today. 8.5. I still think it goes under. 8.5. I still think it goes under 8.5. Let's see here. Freddie Peralta. I don't see how runs are scored in this game. Brewers offense isn't going to probably put up a lot anyway. Even doesn't matter who's pitching. Sometimes they get hot, but kind of if you just play the numbers, like Brewers aren't going to score that many runs probably. They'll manufacture 3 or 4 maybe at most. Not really going to get any home runs. But then against Freddie, I don't see any. Maybe Shohei has a good game, but I don't see how any of these guys do that well against Freddie today. Freddie's been red hot. He's an all-star. Yeah, I don't see how the Dodgers do that well today. So overall, probably a fade game for me. Maybe take the under in that one, but there's just not much there. And then Game 15, Astros versus Mariners. Astros-Mariners here. We got Mariners minus 136. They're currently sitting at minus 126. There's a little bit of value in taking the Mariners today. McCullers versus Logan Evans. Overall here, on the Astros, 4s, a lot of 4s. A 5 from Caratini, but nothing crazy. Paredes for a home run would be the best option here, but he's negative expected value. But he is the best option overall today for the Astros. On the other side, I do like Cal Raleigh for a home run today at plus 255. I think that's good value. Polanco, Polanco could be a really good home run option today as well. Jorge Polanco sitting at plus 560. I do like Polanco for a home run today at plus 560. 191 versus righties. Most of his home runs come against righties. And same with Dominic Canzone. I think he's another good option today as well, plus 600. So long shots here. Dominic Canzone and Jorge Polanco look really good for a home run, and then Cal Raleigh looks good at his value at plus 255. But these two guys, for the odds, I feel like you got to maybe take a sprinkle on these two and just pray. Yeah, they're not terrible. So Mariners money line, and then kind of any of these three for a home run. If we look at hits, runs, and RBIs, I think you could always go J.P. Crawford. Julio Rodriguez is okay. Cal's okay. Polanco's pretty good. There's some options for hits, runs, and RBIs. So if you don't want to take Cal or Polanco on a home run, I would take them for hits, runs, and RBIs instead. Cal Raleigh for a walk today looks pretty good too, actually. 0.9. So Cal Raleigh for a walk, I don't mind that either. So yeah, that's game 15. If we look at the projections here from everybody, let's quickly look at the pitch mixes. We have a lot of 10s today. We have a lot of 10s today. For me, I would throw him out. He's not great. But Ref Snyder, Buxton, Bregman, and Judge, all 10 out of 10 pitch mix matchups. Rarely do we see that many 10 out of 10s. We have a good amount of 8s as well. We have a good amount of 8 out of 10s as well. We talked about a lot of these guys. Some names you probably recognize from earlier in the stream. But yeah, Buxton looks great today, man. I love Buxton. Ref Snyder as well. A lot of 10 out of 10s. If we look at walks today, we like to take batter walks. Judge for a walk, maybe Trout. Cal Raleigh for a walk looks good. What I like to do is I like to pair a high pitch mix with a high walk projection, and that's a good formula. So Judge for a walk today, probably almost guaranteed to happen. Nothing's guaranteed, but like it's a beautiful play. Aaron Judge for a walk. Cal Raleigh with the 8.51 and a 0.9 walks, great. James Wood walk looks great. So take those player walks, man. They do very, very, very well. We can even look at the probabilities real quick. If we scroll down on James Wood, his walk probability, minus 132 for him to get a walk today is the fair value for that. So make sure you check out those probabilities. And then home runs, if we look at that real quick, a lot of the guys we talked about, Judge, Schwarber, Raleigh, Buxton, Westberg, Machado, Green, Cowser, like all these guys we talked about. And you can see them right here. Number one guy overall today is Judge, tied with Schwarber at 35%. Cal Raleigh, Buxton, and then Westberg. So got a lot of good options today, man. There's a ton. There's so much going on today. I'm going to be crafting a lot of slips in the Discord, so go sign up for rudebets.com. You'll get access to this website to be able to craft your own slips, as well as the Discord. So I'll see y'all there. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and we'll be back for tomorrow's video. Good luck today. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.